Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Check back, check back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Okay, buddy, I see you.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 60 on.
Check 43.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 36.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Check 3. Check.
Hey, lock it.
Twist. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watch out.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check.
Quarter. Hey, team 6. Follow, 5 down. Here we go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Dwayne Smoot in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. 3.5 to go, first quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll look to throw here. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
30 seconds to Mike. Check. Jump. Jack 16.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10.
Like 80. Check 56. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, screen pass to Conner. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
80 weapon. What? Squeeze. Five.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Gonna give this time to the tailback. That one good for 33 and a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 50. Plant. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pass the 12. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. From the 27, Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Black 80.
Watch Bobo. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
World.
I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Oh, it breaks another. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Under crunch. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Yep. Rock it. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The outlaw. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Kill.
Hey, Echo.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Black 20.
Right there, 56.
These 2.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Oh, able to avoid him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch time. Tight end right. Leo. Say.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Show that bench release and go.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Moncrief. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up. 11
yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Check. Greystone, travel.
Crouch. Watch, twitch.
Deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Come on now, let's go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Chopper!
He's checking crack.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Go.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. So we got man. Watch 98. Watch 98.
And the blitz does come. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
No spacing. Jack 16.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dwayne Smoot, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Dwayne Smoot make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film,
and nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Slam.
Alert, alert.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Blue draw, Porter.
Check 9.
They start the drive with counter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
On the double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
50. 24. Hey, wahoo!
Now Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down.